Hello there, and welcome to Dr. T for today, September the 19th. We are starting off on stage 1, and I gotta admit, I am boosted like a mofo for today. It just kind of happened to coincide with some map clearing and some upgrading and doing things and doing stuffs. So yeah, I felt the need to rock like a 3 statue boost on stage 1 right here. That's right. Thank goodness I boosted for that. Alright, so yeah, when I say 3 statue boost, obviously I am boosting GBE, troop damage, and troop health masterpieces, all because, well, of map clearing, I guess. And then, loot, but that doesn't really affect the attack so much, so I guess, yeah, I don't have to really worry about admitting to that. But yeah, my PSC and RR are both cranked up? I don't know, CU'd? Anyways, yes, big news. I have officially cracked open the road trip once again. I figure, it's about time. I've been a lazy butt through the summer and whatnot, and so I am officially back out on the road in a new task force once again. Hopefully the first episode will be coming out shortly-ish, with the task force that I've been in for the last little bit, because, well, that's where I've been. So, anyways, we're gonna get to that hopefully soon-ish, maybe as soon as like this weekend, but we'll see kind of how things play out. Stage 3, pretty straightforward. Go up the left-hand side in case you missed it. It was a nice, easy one. Now, stage 4 might be kind of tricky, and I wanted to kind of throw this out. There is a big boom cannon right next to the HQ that needs to be taken care of. It has a lot of hit points, and there's a shock launcher that kind of covers that whole section too, which also needs to be taken care of. So what I did was I landed down on the left-hand corner of the beach, because I saw all these machine guns and flamethrowers and was like, yes, free GBE is where we want to go with this, and we can take all that free GBE and actually blow up the 2 fairly high-level things. Now, the problem with that being, I don't know if damage is going to become a factor, like instead of tanks versus defenses, it's tanks versus time, and I don't know how that would go. But I did take a look, and if you go along the top, like if you land your troops all the way over on the far right, go up to the top and then across the top of the map from there, like if you can actually take out the shock launcher and boom cannons and stuff, it's a really great path. It's really easy to do. It's definitely possible, but again, like I say, you're gonna have to chuck out a fairly sizable amount of GBE to take out the boom cannon and the shock launcher, and I don't know what's out there, so trying to kind of hedge the bets. And then, of course, I am blowing up all kinds of things just to speed up the attack, but obviously I would have been able to do it either way. And we will move on to Stage 5, which... Stage 5 was really kind of nice today, I don't know. Obviously, there is a shock launcher and a boom cannon in the back there that needs some attention. Now, you'll notice I didn't even bother landing medics this time through, because with this Stage 5, there's really not any need to. That, when I say it's kind of a nice Stage 5, that's how nice I mean. Literally, you've got 2 things that you're gonna blow up via GBE, and then... well, I guess there was technically a machine gun and a flamethrower down in the south that I blew up with my tanks, but a couple more flamethrowers and machine guns, and a sniper tower that's going to be hurt in theory, from all of the damage that you could spread to it from taking out that boom cannon. And then one shock on the defenses in the back. And, like, that's it. That's the whole level. Like, 5 things. It's crazy. Now, I did chuck some critters down just because I'm a jerk and I like to throw critters, but honestly, a shock on those 4 defenses if you count the machine gun. And if you really, really want to get crazy about it, you could actually throw a shock that would go from the cannon that was up at the front to the cannon right there on the left and kind of knock out the whole freaking thing. Now, obviously this part don't need to replicate. This is just me trying to speed this HQ along its journey through the, I guess, river of building sticks? I don't know. Where do buildings go when they explode? Anyways, let's not play that game. Moving on to stage 6. Now, again, I'm throwing out there once more, for anyone who maybe wasn't paying attention earlier, I am actually boosted. I'm boosting my 3 statues, but stage 6 is such a lovely stage 6. I am dropping 2 boats, and that's it. I actually intended originally to drop 1 boat of medics, but my fingers were a little quicker than my brain, and then I ended up with 2 boats of medics. But I can totally live with that, because, you know, I guess this would make a fairly decent version of, like, 4 and 4. So if you were doing, like, 4 boats tanks, 4 boats medics, personally I figure that's kind of overkill, but hey, if that's kind of how you want to roll. At one point, I do actually need the extra healing, so I was kind of glad that I landed the extra boat anyways. But obviously, as you can see, we're coasting right up through the middle of this base. Keep a barrage open to clear out the mines. You could have thrown an artillery if you don't have critters at that 1 boom mine, but those boom mines are pretty beefy. Like, they've got a pretty decent amount of damage in them, which is why I'm trying to save my poor tanks from running over them, because the medics may be able to kind of compensate and make up for it, but why risk it, honestly? And when it's something so easily avoided, like, why not, right? So, as you can see, I've already worked my way up. By taking out the boom cannon on the left and the shock launcher on the right, I was able to clear a nice little path that was fairly easy, and from here it's basically just shooting at the HQ. I did kind of flare over to take out this cannon because it looks like it was close enough to pester some of my tanks, but honestly, I don't know if it was. It probably was, let's be honest. Anyways, from here, we're cruising through for a nice, easy finish on 6, and don't mind me trying to save my poor medic. Now, other exciting news, I guess, is this weekend I have a bachelor party that I'm going to be going to, so there will be a break in the videos this weekend for the first time in, I guess, a pretty long while, but, well, at least since the last time my computer broke down, I don't know. But just a heads up, hopefully for this weekend it's nice and easy and you don't need to watch my vids. But if you do need help, on the Boom Beach forums under the, I guess it's events, like under strategy events kind of thing, there is another gentleman who posts to YouTube on a fairly regular basis, Soul. So take a look at Soul's channel, I guess, if you're looking for tips and hints and tricks, because he should be able to show you. I think he normally uses Riflemen. Hold on, let me get this. Riflemen, Cryoneer, Zooka, Medic, so RCZM? Yeah! Look, I can make letters. Yay! but, you know, he should be able to show you kind of coasting through doing some of the other levels. Hopefully help you guys out and give you a nice preview of kind of what's going on with the Dr. T. Anyways, with Dr. T Stage 7 for today, obviously, I kind of landed over here near all of these rocket launchers and mortars and everything, and have kind of been working my way up this line of defenses. Not because I have to, but more because I'm really looking to farm GBE. And I don't necessarily need it, but I'm sure there are some people out there that could use it, and that's kind of what it's there for. Because, well, you know how it is. So I decided to take out this shock launcher. If you're really tight on GBE, you could probably get away without doing it. If you threw some critters down a little south of your tanks and kind of cut the tanks across the top, you could avoid having to take that out. Now, if you've got the extra GBE because you were like me and you were farming for fun, then by all means, blow it up and call it a day. And then once you get across in close to the defenses, if you place your shock just right, you can take out the cannon and like 3 or 4 sniper towers. You can kind of chunk out that whole block of stuff that can actually hurt your tanks. And then with one more shock, you can take out the boom cannon and all of the sniper towers, which is perfect because I kind of just let my tanks drift down further south so that they could blow up a couple of those sniper towers that could come back and bite me later on in the attack. However, then I realized I have enough shocks and GBE to last me all freaking day, so yeah. Anyways, hopefully this has been helpful, hopefully this has been entertaining, and most importantly, hopefully you guys have a fantastic day. Thanks for watching.